Hello everyone, this is Ghosts and Goblins for the ZX Spectrum. 1986. This was originally an arcade game, so adapted to just about every system going. I would think this was probably a full price game. Oh, excuse me. Don't heroic knights have manners? He jumps in the air with fart power. It's like Johnny Fartpants out of Viz. Basically it's the usual tale. You're the fantastic, wonderful knight. You've got to rescue the princess from whatever the heck it is. Stop some evil whatnot doing unspeakable things to her. Lucky sod. There's no in-game tune, just the occasional sound effect sounds like a farting noise. Don't know whether this was where Russell T Davies got his inspiration. Assuming you can associate Russell T Davies with the word inspiration. You start off being able to throw lances, but you can get other weapons. I think the problem with this is it's basically a Spectrum game, so the colour clashing, everything just blends into each other. I mean, a setup like this, where there's loads of things on the screen at once, you really need to be able to see them as soon as possible. Oh, there's a killer plant there. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. Oh, fuck off, you stupid great weed. Bugger off back to the flower pot men. Oh, you're in the middle of jumping in the air and suddenly something pops up underneath you. It's difficult to avoid it. Interesting thing I read about knights. They talk about the reality of the Middle Ages. When you can forget about Sir Lancelot on his big white horse as played by William Russell or whatever. The real knights were mercenaries of their day. They actually had to be kept in a separate part of the castle from all the women, so they would have just raped them. And those big heavy suits of armour, I'm pretty sure they weren't actually used in battle. For one thing, the vision would have been really restricted, those little slits in the helmets. And for another, the armour was so heavy that if they'd fallen over, there's just no way they'd have ever been able to get up again. They would have just been vulnerable. I would think they were just used for jousting, carnivals, that sort of thing. Oh, would you believe it? How come they can walk straight past the gravestones and you've got to jump over them? Don't know whether it's because they're spectres or the undead or whatever. They can float straight through them. Oh, you just get surrounded by people. And now you've got to get sent back to the beginning, of course. I read somewhere that Khrushchev or someone, he was one of the Russian premiers, actually spent the last 2 years of his life in a kind of zombie-like state. I don't know whether that's true or not. I think he was at the point where he was just having to be led around by the hand, that sort of thing. He just wasn't really aware of what was going on around him. Kind of like Joe Biden. I mean, back then they just wanted somebody they had control over. They tended to get the oldest bloke they could find. There was a horror novel called Fiend, where they literally brought a Russian leader back from the dead. He now contains the soul of Ivan the Terrible, which is not good news, obviously. They did a thing about that on Spitting Image as well. But there was this really old Russian leader who was actually dead. They kept him in the freezer. I think there were 6 levels in the original arcade version. I don't think they're all in this. Oh, look at this, flipping stuff flying about all over the place. If you get hit twice, you lose a life. The first time his armour falls off, he just ends up in his underpants. I don't know whether he says, "Oh, it's so hot in here." And I hope those are clean underpants. Oh, and here comes some bloke with his potty. Oh, look at that. Quite often you just don't have time to react. Oh, he seems to be armed with ice creams now. Mind you, if you got it from an ice cream van, the flake's probably stale. So a deadly weapon in that case. Yeah, well maybe if you've got the patience of several saints, this is alright. It is okay for a quick blast now and again, it's not terrible. But you keep getting people suddenly appearing right underneath you and it starts getting really frustrating. There's stuff, projectiles and things coming at you from all directions. The arcade version is much better. I mean, it is hard, but it is much better anyway.
4 inches whom the hand of heaven